Okay, while I'm standing here, I'll go ahead and talk about my truck. This is my tender truck that I am in 95% of the time during the spring. It is a International ProStar Premium, and it's got a 16-ton dual tender bed on it, roll tarp, hydraulic controls. This is, yeah, I'll probably do a video next spring of how to operate this or whenever. But there's your tank. This is a 2009, so it does have a DPF filter on it. That's whatever. I mean, trucks, the newer trucks you get, that's usual. 10-speed Eaton Fuller transmission. Got an engine brake, PDL. You can dump your suspension. PTO's right there. Heated mirrors. There's your regen. There's what the dash looks like. Now, mileage wise, something weird happened. Get you down there. That says 137 miles on it. Well, the truck was dead one morning and stuck the battery charger on it to get it going. A couple hours later, it fired right up. The mileage reset. So the actual mileage is, I wrote up here on the window. We got to fill these driver inspection things out each day when we get out of the truck, and that was my last time mileage report before it reset. So 584,000, so it's got about 585 miles on it. Yeah, that seems like a lot. Just wait till we get to the other big tender. But other than that, I mean, we have had some problems with this truck. Mainly electrical stuff, but that's if you know your International trucks, ProStars are notorious for bad electrical problems. With that being said, I love this truck. I honestly, I love riding it. It's comfortable. It's the one thing I don't like is the steering wheel. I mean, of course the seat's aired down, but when you're aired up, I don't like how you gotta adjust from right there. It's the one downside about it, but the AC does work. We did get it fixed. It has worked phenomenal for the well, it's winter time now, but here at the tail end of spring, it worked wonderfully. Radio works lovely. I've got it clean. I've got it cleaned up halfway in here, but yeah, I like this truck. There's only one other person that works here that likes this truck as much as I do, and that's the main spreader guy. So I like it for comfort wise. Engine wise, it's got a Cummins ISX engine in it. Make that what you will. It's not short on power. I'll say that much. It just takes a little bit of get up and go, and once you get that going down the road, depending on how much you got on, it's got no problem handling it. It's just a lot of it's probably emission bull crap that brings it down a little bit. But I like this truck. Like I said, this is what I stay majority of the spring in for 3-4 months out of the year. I couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, other than a brand spanking new truck, but I enjoy it. I like running it. Yeah, I mean, power windows. It's got power mirrors, but they don't work. It's got hood mirrors. I like that. So yeah, I never understood why it's got 2 sun visors though. And then that monstrosity of a filter right there. So this beast, this right here is a 2006 International 9200i. This truck, it's same bed as the other one, just a little bit older. This dang. All right, like I said, same bed as that My Tender truck. This one's a little bit older, so you can tell it's got some battle scars. The vibrators do not work anymore. We're trying to look in to see how we could get that replaced by spring, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. The other one's got air vibrators on it. They're nice. This truck just got 8 new shoes put on her about a month ago, I'd say. So there's some nice tires. It needed it. I think they were the original tires that were on this truck when it showed up. I don't know how long it's been here. Climb up into here, your PTO's right there. Oh, here we go. 10-speed transmission. Now this one is a lot more, what do you call it? I don't know. It's got a lot more options than the 9100 does. I mean, you've got engine oil temperature, you've got brake pressure, your water. I don't know why these. There we go. Radio works good. So yeah, it's got a lot of. This was a road tractor. Pretty much all these trucks are road tractors, pretty much. So, but yeah, 675,602 miles. Yeah, this thing's got a lot of miles on it. The engine in it is a Cummins ISX engine. It's only got, oh, I don't even think it's got 50,000 miles on it yet, because we ran all this spring with it and half of last spring, so I don't think it's got quite 100, or it does not have 50,000 miles on it, I don't think. So, but it was a whole new engine put in it. It threw a rod bearing, but at that mileage, I mean, you kind of, something's gonna give. But this has got heated mirrors, engine brake, a brake selector, cruise control. The right window is electric, but this side is manual. That didn't make any sense. That does not make any sense to me. That is an axle load. It's kind of a pressure gauge to show what's on your back axles. It halfway works, halfway doesn't. It's just kind of a guesstimation more than anything. So yeah, I will say this much. I love this truck. I love this truck for the raw power it has. When you're going down the road, I mean, you can just boom, 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 boom. Just, there's no problem. There's no problem with power. I think the engine is right at 500 horse. I don't know that for sure, but it seems like that's what we were told. But hood mirrors, plenty. I mean, this is a nice truck, nice outfit. Both of these big tenders are nice. The same controls. I had to replace this valve here back in the summer because it was leaking on the bottom. It just rotted out. But I made a mistake. I went down to our hydraulic shop and they had, I looked at it and I was like, that's what I need right there. But it does not lock. So that's why, hold up. That's why the bungee cord's there. See, it's supposed. Is this thing still working? Yeah. It's supposed to do this and click. to hold in place. Well, me not knowing that, when I picked it up, I was like, I'm not fighting with that again, because I had to take this off, I had to undo all those hoses. It was just nothing but a mess. So I need to go find some plastic to wrap around those, because that's going to rust. You have to cut these heat shrink protectors on to get them on, and you got to just cut them off to mess with it. So I don't know, I'll probably mess with that this winter sometime before spring. We also put a new back bearing on right here. It was shot, and yes, it does get greased. So yeah, I mean, these two big tenders, they're nice. So this thing, we got 2 more trucks. As you can tell, it is stuck behind a bunch of stuff because it is condemned. It is a International 8600. It's the 8000 series. What year is it? It is an 04 8600. It's only a single axle. Both of those trucks have airbag suspensions. This one does too. It's just got a little, what's this thing rated for? 8 ton? You can only get about 12 or 13,000 pounds on this truck. It's a rear discharge. This thing's like 40 years old. So it's as good as time as ever to get rid of it. But our annual inspection these trucks have to go through every year has brought up there's no frame left under there. So it's time to get rid of it, which is sad because I do like this truck. Now that we got the engine problems worked out of it. 10-speed Eaton transmission, I think, and it says Meridian. I don't know what that means, but might be a different brand. But we got it cleaned up nice in here. I mean, this truck is not bad. I'll say that much. It's not bad. And it's dead. Shit. It's dead. That's typical. Of course, it's been sitting here since spring. Since that, we call it a truck rodeo is what we call it. But it's got like 450,000 miles on it. I mean, no engine brake, which hurts. It's got a toggle switch for the start. AC, this truck's got the best AC on anything. Well, it's up there in the top 3, I'll say. PTO's right here. The one thing, the steering column does not work, so you cannot turn your throttle on and hit resume to get your speed up. So I guess somebody cleaned it all out. We had a hitch pin with a screwdriver. There's a screwdriver that you could rig up like right here to get your throttle going. So yeah, it's whatever. But it's got a rear discharge on it. The bed needs to be scrapped, in my opinion. The truck I don't want to see scrapped because it's still got some life left in her. So yeah, I mean, it's just a basic truck, nothing special. If we do get rid of the truck, I want to try to take the hood mirrors off and put on that other feed truck. So yeah, we'll go to the last feed truck real quick.